Ayo, Chiksua. Today we're going to talk about the priority list for level 100. If you guys are not aware, yes, level 100 is dropping tomorrow with the update and also the new list. And the grind is going to be unreal, because if your unit is level 90 already and SSR, what you need in order to bring it to level 100 is going to be 75 Belmos cores, 125 of the new demon, I will call it Blue Flame, and also 12 SSR pendants, which is just really insane, and everyone might have a different focus, but I personally will tell you guys what I think is going to be the best as a Guild War player. In my opinion, the best way is going to do it with a tier maker. So I prepared a tier maker, and it is completely blank. Obviously, why? We have to have different sections. Which units should we focus onto which content? So in my opinion, the number one is going to be the demon, because the thing is, if you're going to farm it faster, you can actually level up your whole box much faster, or basically all the 56 units you need for offense in Guild Wars. So if you don't focus on Guild Wars, maybe your demon focus is much lower, because hey, with just for example the main damage dealer level 100, that is more than enough in order to farm it, and then you focus on everything else, which is probably going to be PvP. In my opinion, PvP is going to be the number two, because obviously PvP, all you need is just 8 units in total. Even if you have 2 different teams in ungeared and geared, you can just do those 4 units, those 4 main units of geared and also 4 main units of ungeared, and you still have your team ready. And that's why PvP is more likely the easiest thing to do in order to get there. Also, another thing is going to be brawl. So brawl is going to be basically how many units do we need for that? We need I'm not sure right now. We need 3 teams with 4 so it's sorry guys, so it's 24 units. So brawl is obviously a little bit harder. 24, it's like 3 times more than PvP, but still it's kind of easy. And also you can also reduce if you're going to use, like for example, a Froden or Blue Liz in the team, then it will be even less. Afterwards is going to be Guild Wars, because Guild Wars obviously you need the most units. You need 16 units in offense, you need 20 main units in defense, and 20 link units. Luckily, all the units you're going to do in PvP and Brawl and also Demon, you can just use them as a link as long you have your gear. Here, I will just call it trash, okay? Trash doesn't mean exactly it's completely useless, but most likely it is. Alioni, so he counts to trash, but the thing is, okay guys, Alioni is a rare unit, and a rare unit doesn't take SSR pendants, and you need a shit ton of SSR pendants, 12 for every SSR unit. That's why maybe doing Alioni won't be wrong if you have the UR gear for him, because else he will be most likely useless, unless you just want to do it the box. Useless here, okay. He actually goes onto one of the high priorities, because he's just one of the main units. Okay guys, what I have noticed as well is I shouldn't do all the useless units into the video, because that will take way too long, because the majority is basically useless units. That's why we're going to just go back into here. So here, now we are back here, and also you only do Arthur if you don't run the team with Diane. So there's going to be 2 teams, at least the most well-known teams at the moment. It's going to be either the Arthur or Diane, and then the other main units are going to be the Red Gotha. The Red Gotha is, I would say, not really mandatory to do, because he probably doesn't do much damage, but it won't hurt to do him. And the number 1 unit, probably my first unit I'm going to max out, is going to be the Dark Meliodas, because he's going to be our main damage dealer. Backline will be, like for example, an SR Jericho, the Ragnarok Barn, or eventually the Red Elaine, because they are going to increase the buff of Arthur, which is going to be super helpful. And yeah, this is going to be probably, or at least I would obviously not do him right now, because he's not going to be in my team I plan to use, because most of the people will probably have the Arthur team, and Diane will be more asked for. So if you do want to get more random invites, I think those 3 will be a little bit better. Now coming to PvP, so I will just show you guys, for example, this is the current PvP team I am using. So with Shuna, Emiya, and also where is Rimuru? Here, Rimuru, those are going to be my PvP team. So depending on that, as I said earlier, so like for example, if you use different PvP teams, then you have here another 8 units as well. Else, those 4 units can be using those units as a link as well, which is going to be totally fine. And then you only have to do 8 units in total, and you can chill for a while, right? Brawl is another thing, but yeah, now basically here he's, I would say, a potential sub for the new demon, because if you don't have Dark Meliodas, I think he is the best way. I'm not 100% sure yet because I haven't tried anything, so we will see when he's actually coming out. So here, as I said, maybe a backline. He can be, some people use him in PvP as well, or some people use him Brawl as well. So he is definitely an okay variation, but I think he's not that important, but I will still just put him here because hey, why not? She's a potentially good war unit. It really depends on your guild if you're going to use her or not. She as well, she belongs to Guild Wars. She belongs to Guild Wars, I would say. So even though, by the way, I'm putting them into Guild Wars, it doesn't mean that they are used, because it really depends on your own team or your own stuff you do in your guild. So let's say Barn is probably here as well. Here I use in Brawl, and she can be put in Guild Wars as well. Arthur is more like a Guild War unit, can be in Brawl as well. Some people also use him in PvP, right? So it really depends on up to you what you will do. So here Guild Wars, also another thing for Guild Wars, right? For Guild Wars, in my opinion, if you lack in resources, okay? If you lack in resources, it will be definitely smarter if you're going to do your offense teams first, because your offense teams are going to be way better or way more important in order to win the Guild Wars, at least if you want to 9k, than if you're going to your defense. But the thing is, the defense is pretty important as well, because the thing is, the defense will actually help in not getting 9k, because not getting 9k, and if you are going to 9k, then you have the upper hand, right? Here, Loli I use in Brawl, for example. AM is only Guild Wars, I think. Yeah, I don't use in Brawl at the moment. He's #1 list, I would say, put into... This is really hard to tell, but because the thing is, he is the best Link in my opinion at the moment. Like, there's no better Link than the Red Tamiel, so definitely do Red Tamiel no matter what. She belongs to here. AA, some people use in Brawl. I personally at the moment don't, so here this will be in Brawl as well. I really don't know actually yet. The thing is, she's definitely very interesting. I haven't really found a use for her yet. Maybe I will use her eventually in Brawl, but at the moment, I think she's more like a Guild War unit. She belongs more to Guild Wars as well, her as well. Same goes to here. Sigurd is also a very great unit. It's basically Guild War offense, and that's why it's pretty important. Him, I actually don't know why he's still here. Rugal, if you use him in defense, or who knows, maybe some people use in offense. I have seen some people use Rugal in offense as well. I'm not too convinced about him in offense though, so yeah. So Frodon is more like a Guild War unit. Actually, I don't know. I kinda actually basically focused everything already looking at this. So basically here, everything which is here is like a potential Guild War unit, and let's just check if there's any unit I'm missing here. So definitely let me know in the comment section if you guys are like, hey, chotto mate. I personally think, like, for example, Brunhild is a good unit because she's also like a bird unit. Hey, maybe we can also do like a bird section, right? Not bird section, deer section, because bird is super easy, right? So here, for example, we should also search for the Jormungand. So Jormungand is definitely the number... Oh, actually, she's definitely here, going into here as well. So let me see, can I find Jormungand somewhere? So she's definitely a decent deer unit as well. Damn, I'm usually when I do bird I say deer, and now I'm talking about deer I say bird. That's so sad. But yeah, Jormungand is definitely one of the #1 choices if I could find her, because so many units is really hard to find. But yeah, I think you guys know yourself. Like, just think about it, what you guys think, and let me know in the comment section if you do agree. So for my personal stuff, once again, in my opinion, the #1 unit has to be the Dark Meliodas, because he's basically going to be our main damage dealer. She's going to be super important as well because she can deal a lot of damage. He unfortunately doesn't do much damage, but he provides the buff, which is going to be super important. So we will see, or we're going to make a video for the new demon tomorrow. Definitely make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, so you can, or so that you won't miss anything. And yeah, so Brawl is definitely missing a lot of stuff, because I don't exactly know what I'm currently running. But for example, like I have the blue Lilia. Okay, guys, like the blue Lilia is something missing here as well. I can't really find, because it's just too many units. So basically ask your guild what you guys should do. as priority for Guild Wars. If you do Guild Wars, else is basically just for yourself. So there's no correct answer at all. Besides of, for me, in my opinion, I think anyone who disagrees in not making the Dark Melee Rulers first, he is kind of wrong, because he's going to carry us through almost every day, or he can carry us through almost every demon. I really hope it was helpful and not too confusing, because I personally confused myself. But yeah, oh, here's the blue evil Lilia. And now I think it's the best way if I just blend in my Brawl team, so you can either copy it, and depending on what you guys use in Brawl, it's gonna be completely different anyways. So now the rest is basically just really up to you, because everyone has different focus and also eventually different teams in Guild Wars, Brawl, and also PvP. That's it, guys. That's it for the video. I really hope it was helpful, and once again, I hope it wasn't too confusing. Thank you so much for tuning in, and peace out for now.